So it's been a while since I've been here on YouTube and given sort of an update as to where I am, what I've been doing, and some of you may have noticed I've been a bit grey on social media recently, not really been very active, and so people probably don't really know where I am or exactly what it is I've been up to. For those of you who have been following me, you'll know that I am in the military and I have been deployed to Bahrain for a 4-month period just to stay out here and do kind of a bit of security work for one of the naval bases that's here in Bahrain. That's had a bit of a negative impact on my running, my training, but running's been a bit hard out here. Obviously I'm constantly tired, so from doing the sort of duty rotations, and it's made training very hard, very inconsistent. I managed to get, I'm on like a little bit of a day off today, managed to get an 8-mile run in this morning around Bahrain. Pretty good terrain out here for running. There's a lot of like dust bowls, gravel tracks and stuff like that. However, unfortunately, first time it's rained since I've been out here, and it's been pretty muddy out this morning. It's all like wet, dusty sand everywhere, so it's a little bit dirty this morning. So those of you who do follow my training and watch my actual training plans going up onto my things like Strava, Garmin Connect, you may have noticed that obviously there's been no workouts going up on there. That's not because I'm not training, it's just simply because I'm in a secure military base and unfortunately I can't share that location and perimeter, so I've had to turn my sharing off for all those. So believe me, I am training, you're just unfortunately not in a position to be able to see that. So you have to forgive me if the audio is a little poor. I've kind of had to walk in by the motorway to get away from the wind. It's very windy here today. So like I said about training, it's been a bit inconsistent. It's been very difficult to try and maintain any sort of routine when it comes to training. My work routine is like a 9-day rotation. So out of those 9 days, there's only really 6 days where I can get any training in. And 3 of those days are coming off the back of a night shift. So coming off that night shift, I'll probably get 4 or 5 hours sleep before I wake up during the day and then go out for a run, but I'm incredibly tired when it comes to doing that run, so trying to get any sort of workout in there, speed training, is almost impossible. I've had no real long runs since I've been out here, partially just because of the environment where I am and trying to get water and stuff like that, but also just because I'm just too tired to try and do those kind of workouts, so that's been a bit disappointing. But hopefully when I get back in April, then I'll be in a much better position to try and start training and build it up to obviously my ultimate goal of the year, which is the Island Games being held in Gibraltar this year. So
I'm looking for a way inside your mind. It's a haze of mysteries. All I see is smoke and mirrors and the reflecting memories. I need to figure out how things are twined. The ropes are choking us. If only I could blow away the heavy clouds up in our sky. I see you. Can you see me too?
So, like I said out on the run, it's been a while since I've been here on YouTube and given any sort of update exactly as to what it is I've been doing. Training has been very inconsistent out here, it's been slow. I'm in a much better position now, I think. I've been here long enough, I've established some areas where I can go out running. I understand my routine a bit better now. One of the things that I've been doing since I've been here is I've been sharing a room with a colleague. And although that's not been a problem, it's obviously affected the way I've been able to sleep and train, things like that. It's had a bit of an impact on just general routine out here. I'm fortunate now that I've managed to get myself my own room, and so hopefully here on in I'll be in a position where I can train and sleep and do things that I want a lot more freely. That hopefully will have a much more positive impact on my training and the routine that I'm able to follow out here. So obviously whilst I'm out here I haven't really done any races. There have been some races, I just haven't really had a chance to get into a training routine and put myself into a race, and I never really like entering a race unless I think I've got a real chance of doing well in it. Obviously this year I've had to pull out of the London Marathon, that's really disappointing, but I'm just not going to be in any shape ready to go and run that race, and I don't want to take a spot on the army team, and I don't want to go and run a race where I potentially get injured just because I'm not in a shape, or not in the right shape to be there. And one of the first races I think I'll have is the Cresta Sierra Carbonara, which is our local trail race in La Linea, where I'm obviously living. It's a hill trail race, mountainous race. It's about 10 kilometers I think. So that will be my first kind of race when I get back. And obviously from here on in I'll be building slightly towards that, even though where I am it's completely flat terrain. Hopefully that, because it's a hilly mountainous trail race, that will be the kind of start of some real hard hill training that I'll do right at the start of my marathon program. I always kind of do that sort of thing at the start of a half marathon program, and I use that to sort of build up the mileage on trail, on soft ground, do a load of strength stuff on the hills before then moving onto the road and gradually easing into more and more road, doing faster and faster stuff, more specific to the half marathon. So that's kind of a little plan of where I'm at. Once I do that race, I'll move on forward into the more hard road training, hopefully a bit of road racing, and get myself ready for the Island Games half marathon, which takes place in start of July. And that's kind of going to be my A race, my main goal of the year. Once I come back from that, once I've recovered from that, albeit I get selected for that, I've still got to get through that hurdle. Once I've finished that, then the goal will be to try and re-target that Gibraltar national record, which I was 39 seconds away from in European Championships. I'd love to break 2:30. It's been a massive goal of mine. Obviously that'll achieve the national record for Gibraltar, and at the same time it will be a massive milestone, and hopefully after that I can really sort of start to tick some boxes on saying I really achieved something in the marathon. So that's all for now. Hopefully you've all had a little insight as to what I've been doing out here, kind of where I am with my training and my racing, and why you've probably not seen or heard much from me recently. If you want to see more videos like this one, you want to stay up to date and track exactly what it is that I'm doing out here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you soon.